hometown.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another VS Gaming Premier Division match, and this one will be between Royal and Capo eSports. Now, if you're not too familiar between these two teams, I'll quickly run through the rosters for you. On the side of Capo, you have Abyss, Mayhem, Sadist, and Legits. And from the side from Royal, you have Fanboys, Trexies, Slayer J, and I Trigger. Now, these two teams, Royal, you could consider them safe from the relegation zone, but today's game is very, very important for both sides. If Capo does lose this match versus Royal, they well, let's say 99% going to be relegated to the first division. And if Royal wins this game, they should, or they will be 100% safe, I take it. But if Royal loses and Capo wins, it's going to throw things around quite hectically. So a lot on the line for this game. But yet again, today I've got Mr. Edgar with me. Welcome, Edgar.
Thank you, it's nice to be here again. And I hope we can continue this trend. Anyway, what do you think about these two teams?
Well, if we look at both teams' results so far in Premier Division, we're coming to the end of the third leg. We are round 6 now. There's one more round left, and that's this week. This taking place this week as well. So I think Royal has enough in the tank to take this away from Capo. But Capo, as I mentioned to you, they're gonna need to fight to stay in this Premier Division, Edgar.
Yeah, I think they'll be pulling out all their stops here. You want to see them at their best if they want to stay in this division.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pull it out. We're gonna look at the maps, and I mentioned to Edgar, it's quite interesting. It's the first time we've seen the maps out like this. We're playing every single map and every single mode, and I do just love to see it. A variety of maps. Hopefully it goes to a game 5 so we can see every single map. But we're going to start off with the Gibraltar hardpoint. Then we're going to move along to a search and destroy played on London docks. Then an Ardennes Forest CTF. St. Mary hardpoint for map number 5. Oh, no, map number 4. And then map number 5 is a USS Texas search and destroy. As you can see, a lot of variety. But look at this Gibraltar. Edgar, would you give you the advantage?
Honestly, I'm giving the advantage to Capo here. I just want to see, I want to see Abyss go off in this game, and I want to see Legit's backing him up with the AR.
Well, I think we jump on Mr. Abyss, and Abyss is Shibarankushin for you guys that don't know. So we'll jump on board with him. He's running the PPSH with the grip, advanced rifling, and quick draw. Before we go any further, let's quickly run through the team from Capo. Legit has the STG, Mayhem the STG as well, and Celeste the PPSH. It's funny enough that they're not using the bar, Edgar.
Yes, it's actually surprising to see. I mean, Gibraltar is mostly a long-range map, but you can really use the Gibraltar. You can really use the bar on this first hill. But we're seeing just kills come in favor of Royal. They've already pushed up, which is a good thing. They have hill control, and a split spawn came in from Capo.
Yeah, and you can see from Royal, they're using the bar, and currently it is probably your strongest overpowered AR at the moment. And it's funny for me to see Capo not using that.
Yeah, it is, but as the map moves on, we see that Royal managed to successfully flip the spawns, which means that Capo is spawning on the third hill side, and coming into the rotation, Royal have full map control for it. They won't have hill control. The player on the hill just got taken down, but they will get the spawns, and all they have to do now is hold them to get around free 25 points.
Yeah, now we've been on board with Slayer J for the last, 30 seconds, and he just got his glide bomb there, but you saw the important play that he had to play. He was in heal, he racked up some time, he's on a 7 streak, he's all streaked out, and he ran all the way back as his team pushed through to the second hill, and he ran back to make sure they got the spawn, and that's what you need from one of your top slayers in the likes of Slayer J, excuse the pun with his name as well. And exactly what you need now with, what, 55 points up.
Indeed, 55 points up. Like I said, they got the first set of kills. That spawned Capo even further out, and they held 30 seconds of field time basically for free, without any care. Now, coming into the rotation, it's Capo that has the spawns. As you see, everyone from Royal is still spawning in the second hardpoint because the hill is still there. So as we see who wins the gunfight battles at this moment, it's probably going to be Capo because they have full control of the map. But Royal seems to be trying to push in through mid-map.
Yeah, streaks now come down from Slayer J, just getting the guys from Capo out of the hill. But Capo still having that good spawn at the back. The Slayer J is now going to cause an upset at the back. He's probably going to spot another in the likes of Sadis, but doesn't come out on top. But he's done enough for the guys from Royal to get into the hill and get the spawn at the back.
Indeed, they managed to spawn Capo out towards Arch on the last hill there. And the Capo players decided to fight through middle, which means that it's just easier for the Royal players to get kill time and get the kills necessary. Again, it's the rotation battles, and it seems like at the moment it's a 3v2 for the new hill. Fanboys picks one up, Swear gets 1-2. It's now a 2v1 for Hill, about to be a 2v2. Number 3 Mayhem picks up a huge kill, and he's currently sitting inside the hill.
Big plays from Mayhem. He needed to get both there to get into heal, but as I say that, he does fall with some shaky shots there. And from the beginning, Edgar, you said Abyss is going to come out hot and firing. He's currently 5 and 10, and we know what big of a role he actually plays for this team.
Indeed, but then again, practically the whole team is negative, and their ARs haven't been able to get the map control, enough map control for him to push up. So Abyss is just currently trying to sprint into people, and it's obviously not working for him because he's running into people that are basically full health, and he's not going to win those gunfights against Royal's ARs.
Yeah, and this, this Call of Duty is so different to others. Obviously, not jetpacks anymore, but the dominance that is ARs on the maps is such a big deal, and Shiburan Kushin is not an AR. If you don't have your ARs aiming down lanes and getting control, it's really difficult for your SMG players to take control.
Indeed, it is. As now as we come to the first hill, we see that Royal has the preferred spawn. They just got 3 kills, which is going, all 4 actually, which squeens out Capo, and Capo is going to try to break in again through middle. They're sending 2 people through cave as well, which is a good idea. I don't think player number 7, Slayer J, is looking for that. We see player number 1. Let's switch to player number 4 here. He's going on a wide flank, trying to flip the spawns.
Yeah, and he's done
He
so
does spot
successfully.
one of his teammates on the back. Yeah. That's good.
Done so successfully.
That's good for the rotation, but
yeah.
Meanwhile, Royal's just picking up hill time. That's free hill time. They almost got a full hold on this hill. You barely ever see that. And most importantly, look at where the Capo players 1 and 3 just spawned. Over on the 3rd hill.
Yeah, over on the 3rd hill. So spawns gained and spawned lost, as it's Royal yet again on the offense, trying to get control over this hill, and it's going to be Sadis playing a sneaky corner just to maybe pick up a kill there, as he does.
Oh my god.
I think Trixie thought that was a dead body, but well played, as now Capo breaks the 50-point mark for the first time, as Royal is what, 10 points ahead, so still
yes.
a huge mountain to climb.
Still a huge mountain to climb. They're currently just trying to contest the hill, but this won't really be happening. They're sent 2 players there to the old hill. What you really want to see them now is just make sure they get map control, especially middle. Make sure they hold middle and cave, and they should be able to stop the rotation coming in from Royal. We see 2 players currently doing that. Number 2, Abyss and Sadis. They got the kills necessary, and let's see if they can do that one more time so that they can get 20 seconds of hill time on this next hill.
That's going to be crucial now to lock down this mid area. If I jump on board with Sadis, he's going to come down with some shots raining on him. But this is going to need to be a strong hold from Capo to stand any chance in this game. They're down by quite a lot, and players from Royal now using their streaks again, and that will come in the likes of Slayer J with his artillery barrage. but it is still in the hands of Capo. They still have spawns, but the big player now for me is going to be Trigger. They need to stop him as he's flanking right at the back here.
Yes, he's hitting the back at 20 seconds. He does get stopped by Legit, which means that Royal is going to go on the rotation. You actually see player number 6 still trying to challenge. You really just want to see them go on the rotation and secure themselves that next hill because they're, well, what, 56 points from winning. That's really all they need. And if they get a good hold on this turret hill, they just need to get a few points over on the mid hill, the first hill, which is, well, what you want them to see doing.
Well, we can see Legit's lagging so much. If I bring up the scoreboard, you can see it's Legit's and Mayhem currently on a 2 bar and 1 bar respectively. So it is difficult. It's an online tournament, and it's things we can't control. Unfortunately, they are lagging in that perspective. But Capo still needs to bounce back. As I mentioned, this is a big match for them. They can't walk away with an L. They need the W to stay alive in this Premier Division. But it doesn't look good for them so far, Edgar.
It does not, as we said. Royal managed to get all the rotation kills. They're now just holding the hill. Player number 8, Trex, is just pushing up, trying to get some map control for his team, make sure that the other team does not come into the hill. But 18 seconds and we still haven't seen anyone from Royal rotate. Meanwhile, you have player number 3, Mayhem, on the side of Capo, sitting over on that top wide area looking at middle.
Yeah, not a good play there from Capo coming in, as they did lose control, but they are set up now for next, and let's see if they can keep this. It's going to be crucial, but yet again score streaks being used by Trigger as he now picks up one with his glide bomb, but it really doesn't help your cause if you have teammates lagging.
No, it does not. Either way, so many streaks are raining in at the moment that this game, if Royal just gives it one solid push to the team, or, well, a well-used fighter pilot, they can completely break into the hill and they just need 9 seconds. If they don't win here, they'll win on the second hill. As long as they keep that rotation. It seems like it will be here, actually.
Yeah, this should be it, and unfortunately, they get into contest, but with a slaying power from Royal currently, you think it's over. Yes, it is, as Royal comes out on top quite comfortably, 250 over 109 to the guys from Royal, and basically it was the guys from Capo lagging and nothing they could do about it, but the guys from Royal was just better set up. They're winning their gunfights. And when it comes to rotation, they're always one step ahead.
Yeah, when it came to rotation, even when Capo was well set up, they managed to break it very easily. They broke it they broke almost every rotation on the first try. And then, well, they just pushed up, got the spawns again, managed to spawn out the Capo players, and, well, pushed up the map, got some hill time, got some important kills to make sure that the Capo players didn't have the chance to push up, and, well, there was not much that Capo players could do there.
Yeah, not much they could do, and we did mention earlier that AR presence is a big thing in World War II, and if your guys from Capo can't aim down sights or keep your lanes busy and get set up, it's really difficult for your SMG players, as we could see there with Shiburan Kushing, -10. And if you look at the guys from Royal, you see there with Trexie, +10. You had Slayer J, +8. And so on and so forth. And the players from Royal just did not lose their gunfights. And score streaks also plays a big role. And it's one of those things when it comes to playing Call of Duty. You can't give your opposing team any streaks, as it will cost you a match quite dearly, like that one just happened there. And I think we're going to jump into a search and destroy, and I'm going to bring up the maps for you guys again so you can see what is to come. We did see a Gibraltar, a runaway Gibraltar from Royal over Capo. But now it's time for Capo to bounce back in search and destroy. We've seen Capo play some search and destroys, and yes, it was close sometimes. And I think this is this game mode where they should excel and maybe take a map away from Royal, Edgar.
Indeed. This is the map where even if you're lagging, you can have certain strategies that allow you to win. Like you can actually just camp in corners if you're lagging, maybe pick up free kills. But if the Capo players keep lagging, I don't see them winning any map, simply because this game is very connection dependent.
Yep, that is, and that's why everyone would like to play LANs. And we do have a Call of Duty World War II LAN around the corner, the 26th, I think, of July until the 30th of July. It is EGE, and that is taking place in Cape Town, hosted by ACGL. So if you're a big Call of Duty fan and you have a team, or you want to make a team, get in touch. We get you a team, and you can be playing at EGE in Cape Town this June holiday. If you're still in school, obviously you have your holidays. But yeah, can't wait to get this next map underway. As we said, it's going to be a London Docks search and destroy. Capo has everything to fight for as Royal is 1-0 up.
I want to see some snipers.
Oh yes.
One thing that I haven't seen people use, maybe it's just because I started using it, is I accidentally was playing a series of scrims. And I went to my game battles to a game battles match, and I actually had a armored scoped class with a sniper on it, and I tried it, and honestly, it makes it much easier to not miss because you can just strafe. I would like to see some player try that. Obviously, they don't know about it, so they won't try it in this map. But in the future, I would like to see players try that.
Well, let's hope we do see some sniper action in the search and destroy. Get your score predictions into the chat. I'll read them out and let's see who's closest to the right prediction here. But yet again, Edgar, the guy for me that's gonna need to show what he has is Abyss, and we know how much he brings to the table for Capo.
Indeed, he's the one with the most individual plays. The more amount of individual plays. And you want to see him turn up, yes, you do. But you also want to see the players from Capo play as a team. Push a bomb site together. Make sure that they can push out and trade kills at the same time. Just make sure you're not looking at the same angles every time.
Yeah, let's make sure we don't. As they looks like an A push, a strong A push from Capo. Shubaron Kishin, the only player pushed up. And we know Fanboys on the other side is running an AR, so they shouldn't be in his sights. Sitting at the back here, he does pick up status, and Shibaran Kushin with the PPSH actually beats him over those windows.
Indeed, there was no need to challenge that out of Fanboys. That you got the first blood. You just needed to watch the cross to the bomb. Anyway, we still see now a 3v1 situation in favor of Royal. Sawyer J just pushes through the beer steps and takes out the last player, which was Abyss. Well, a well played round by Royal, but you don't want to see Fanboys challenging that second kill when there's no guarantee that he'll get it. Yes, Abyss has a submachine gun, and it's not favored in that position, but you don't need to challenge that. I lost connection to the host.
Yeah, same here. You love to see it, and I think that lobby has closed there as we go back into the game. But I see there's Rift is giving his scoreline 6-2 to Royal. That might just happen as well. I've got Capo on the search and destroy in a 6-4 fashion. We'll see what happens. But if you've just joined us, you missed a one-sided affair in the HP where Royal took a 250 to, I think it was 104 over the guys from
yes,
Capo.
around there.
Yeah, around there. And,
around there.
If you use your exclamation mark MC standing for map count, you will get the exact map count and scores of the current game taking place. But as I get a message as well saying the host was disconnected from server, so we're just gonna join things up again with them and get the search and destroy underway.
Well, for one, I agree with Rift over there in the chat. I think 6-2 is probably what is going to happen in favor of Royal.
Yeah, we can see Redham saying 6-5 to Capo, so his prediction might just come true. If it is 6-5, we're going to see around 11, and we do love those, so we'll see what happens. And guys, do yourself a favor if you want to see a nice, intense match. pardon me again, because the team I'm talking about is intense. And that game took place last week, I think. It was High Five versus Intense. It was the first division match. Both of those teams have not suffered a loss. So if you want to go treat yourself to a brilliant game, there is definitely one to watch. Uh, High Five versus Intense, and both of those teams might just be joining us in the Premier Division next leg. So we'll see what happens there as we now join back into this server and a restart of the Search and Destroy.
A full restart?
A full restart,
Alright,
indeed.
makes sense. Makes sense. Now, talking about what Capo did on offense there, do you think that they did it correctly? I think they had two people over at A, one at middle and one at B.
Yeah. Now, the big thing for me is if you are a SMG player like Abyss and you're running bomb, you're the last person that needs to be challenging through that window area at lower docks. I'm quite surprised they did not send an AR maybe there, but Abyss obviously did prove me wrong. He did get the kill with his PPSH over the AR from Fanboys, but you don't want your PPSH to be fighting those battles, excuse me. So it's one of those things. Maybe send up another player, your AR preferably, to just challenge that lane, and then if the kill goes down, to sprint over to the bomb, get the bomb down, and then not to push out any further, because I think that's where the players make the biggest mistake, is to overextend your search and destroy pushes.
Yes, if you get a first blood, especially one on the A bomb side, and you know there's somebody there. In this position, he was at the window on boxes. You need to just keep peeking the window, keep shoulder peeking it. Just make sure that he can't get into the bomb site. But at the same time, if you see him at the window, if you see Abyss at the window there, if you're in Fanboy's perspective, you don't need to challenge him there.
You can join on me again, Edgar. Yeah, you definitely don't need to.
Will do.
We'll see if maybe Capo has now got their bearings together, as it is a restart in the search and destroy. Definitely not the round one they wanted, but now it's time to fix it.
Yes. Let's follow with Jits off the break here. I had somebody in the chat asking for that.
Yeah, we can see Bliss Stream says no Perez hosts 8. Yeah, Perez, let him go host 8. We need people to get better in this community, man. Come on.
Can I join? Thank you.
Yeah, you can join me. 100%. You are, yeah. So that's oh, for the 8s. No, you can't join.
Yes, for the 8.
No foreigners.
Sad.
No foreigners.
That's seriously? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm completely joking.
So this is how you treat me.
You can always go join, enjoy your 2 bar. And you never know.
1 bar.
1 bar. Ah.
Yep.
You don't
unfortunate.
You don't like to see that. You don't love to see that. But we jump back into the search and destroy played on London Docks, and the game is still all tied on 0 apiece. We're restarting the search and destroy, but the series count is in the favor of Royal. They're 1-0 up, taking that first HP 250 to 104 over the guys from Capo. So basically Capo has it all to play for now. They need to come out firing in the search and destroy. They don't want to be 2-0 down, as reverse sweeps is a difficult task to complete.
Improbable. Indeed, it is improbable. Especially with 2 of Capo's players lagging at the moment. You really want to see them take the search. Try something new. Don't do the same things every round. Just, even if it's an outlandish idea, if you don't want to... you can't play safe, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because teams know how each other play. And, well, if you're going to keep doing the same thing, you're just going to get hard countered.
Yeah, indeed you are. And
let's follow with Jits off the break.
Where is the Jits on the top side? He is running the STG. Now, let's see what Capo does differently to their first push just before the server disconnected. And it looks like an A push again. And Fanboys yet again is going to the A bomb site, but this time he's pushing up and he's already over the bomb.
Indeed, he's over the bomb, which is currently getting pushed by two players, but Mayhem goes over the stairs and gets one of them. Swear trades it out. Fanboys gets a pick on A, and a second
Again.
one, which means that it's a 1v3 for Widgets.
Yeah, Fanboys switching
time he
it
played
up
it correctly.
perfectly. Yeah, Fanboys was just switching
he did.
things up perfectly. We saw him first with an STG, now he's running the PPSH where he just ran havoc, getting over the bomb, and then a sniper shot that doesn't even look like it hit, but he did die. So the first round going to Royal exactly the same as the just before we ended the search and destroy.
That's a very smart play out of Fanboys. I don't think Capo was expecting that. Let's follow him after break since he's 2-0. Let's see what Royal does on offense. Seems like they're going for a B hit. All four. Nobody's watching middle. Will they throw a smoke down? Fanboys has one.
Yeah, we can see Fanboys just running through things. He gets taken out. Two players, or one player down from either side. And that actually reminds me of the game from 50 Cent. Edgar, if you can still remember. And Royal doing exactly the same thing, rushing everyone to B. And just hanging back now. And that's exactly what 50 Cent did.
Indeed. Now they're a bit trapped. If player number one went to help these players over at B, help his teammates over at B, this round would have been over quicker. Player number one being legit. But it's still a 3v2 advantage now for Capo. If they play their numbers correctly and don't over challenge, they will be able to take this round. Let's follow Slayer J here.
They 100% should take this. Capo doesn't need to get over eager. And as I say that, Slayer J just absolutely annihilates Barankushin. He didn't even see the shots coming. And it's a 2v2 currently. Trigger with the sniper going into candles. See if he maybe can find a player in the likes of Capo. But player number one, legit.
Look at player number one.
Having brilliant timing, finding one. Looking to find the second with his sniper. But it's all left to Trigger now to clutch things up.
Planting the bomb, going to get caught by Sadist. Yeah, that's a well-played round out of Capo, but realistically, that round was closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
Abyss doesn't need to challenge that gunfight. You had Legits going on a long flank. You just had to wait for him there.
Indeed so, and the same result we saw from 50 Cent search and destroy push to B. It just does not work if you're not being the aggressor all the way through to get control. It's just not going to work. So exactly what we see then. We're going to stick to the sky cam to see what Capo does. They're doing the same thing. A B push Trigger finding that first blood in the likes of a sniper shot, and Trexie playing a dirty corner as we jump on board with him now.
Indeed, let's jump on board with him as he's trying to hold off 3 players on his own. His teammate is going to get some support. He's going to support him. Number 6 and number 7 are actually just in middle trying to check the cross through the bomb or from whites to the other side of whites towards the second hard point. And at the moment, this is quite slow from quite a slow push from Capo. I don't even know if they're actually pushing. I think they're trying to play for a pick. Number 2 here. Does he know that Trexie's here? I don't think so.
He does not know, and he's going to be shot
doesn't.
from behind as he can get out, but he almost turns and burns, but can't deal with Trexie there, as it's now a 3v2 in the advantage of Royal. Make that a 1v3, all up to Sadis, and this round is all Royals.
If you're Capo, why do you do that? Why do you go on a 2-3 disadvantage and you decide to plant the bomb on the bomb side that you know that Royal are in? Yeah. Maybe he thought that Sadist could cover. Maybe Abyss thought that Sadist could cover the bomb, but they're still at a disadvantage. You can't just plant the bomb like that.
No, we can see Sadist just playing his streaks. He's halfway to it, so a good idea from him giving that round to Royal. But getting back to what you just said, Edgar, important with search and destroy is your trades, and just important is your first bloods. We saw Royal get that first blood. And the big thing for me is when Capo had the advantage and they were pushed up and they pinned, I think it was Trigger, into that corner, they just didn't get the trades when one of their teammates fell, and that's why they just losing that round.
Indeed, but then again, they possibly wouldn't have gotten the trade there because he was sitting on a corner of that blue truck and his teammates were watching over middle. Great shots from Trexie, by the way. His teammates were watching over middle, and that means that, well, whatever they tried to do to trade that, they couldn't. They couldn't. They should have just chosen to rotate earlier and go to the A bomb side. But now as we're following up with this round 6, gets an important kill on the A bomb side. Does he know that bomb's down? Because it's now a 1v2 situation for Trigger.
And it wasn't a gunfight that Trixie needed to get in. He had a PPSH and chose the wrong gunfight. But I think Trigger heard one player on his right. You definitely know that man is wearing some Astros, as he's now putting some shots into him. Hey, but he does get out with his life. Still 25 seconds to work with. And Royal might just walk away with an L on this round. Yep.
Yep, this round should be over unless Trigger can roll star.
Oh my god! You called it! You called it! And
whoever told me to follow it, I'm glad I didn't.
World Stars, as he gets this bomb down, he's going to push him as well, and he's going to get the round. How does Royal walk away with that round victory right there? I just don't know.
That is 2 1v1 mistakes. 2 1v1 mistakes. They know the bomb. 3 mistakes actually. They know the bomb is down, and only Legit goes there to check it. Number 2, Legit simply can't get that gunfight. That's an individual flaw. Okay, it happens. But then Sadist, he tries to check the bomb, but he gets Trigger hears him, and Sadist tries to run away, but he doesn't have enough distance, and well, he gets caught.
That was one hectic round, and a round that Capo should have won. I just don't believe they lost that. As Trixie yet again picks up 2 in quick succession, and putting Royal firmly on the front foot, but it's a 2v2 currently, or 3v2, with Royal just edging that out.
Indeed. Trixie decided to go over through the gate side of the map. He went through gate towards Beer to challenge the gunfights. He actually got 2 kills there, one on stairs and one on Beer, which basically opened up the map for Royal. And it put Capo at a 2v4 disadvantage that they couldn't pull out of.
And yet again we
now
see
following Abyss.
Yeah, Abyss. He's 2 and 5, and we did mention the bigger role he plays in the side of Capo, and he needs to up his game. And we can see Sadist is just running through things. That's 3 down in literally what, 10 seconds.
Indeed. Royal is doing what Capo should be doing. They're doing new things. You can clearly see that Capo isn't prepared for the SMG rushes that Royal were doing, and it's costing them rounds. I don't think there was a single trade round. I think that was a clean 4 down in favor of Royal.
That was a clean sweep there by Royal. They're 1 round away from taking this search and destroy 6-1, and that is quite concerning if you are Capo. And the captain's definitely leading by example. Royal, Mr. Fanboy, 6 and 2 on a 4 streak, and he's probably yet again going to be so aggressive, pushing right up into the spawn from Capo.
Finally, trades are coming in on the side of Capo. They now have a 3v2 advantage. 3v1, 1v3 for Trigger. Can he pull it off again? He has a sniper in his hands, so it's improbable.
Finds one.
No, why?
Finds one.
Why do you challenge that?
We might just see another round clutch by Trigger, and it's gonna be one hectic ending if it does happen. He sees another. He finds another. He needs to find one more in the likes of Legits. And if you're Legits now, I'm just not peeking any long distance shot.
If Capo loses this round, they have lost full. Actually lost full. And so have I, to be honest. This can't be happening.
Is Legit giving up the bomb? No, he's gonna come on his lip. He's going
to
get. Oh, he almost got that kill, but Capo eventually closes out that round. Almost thought it would be another miraculous win for them, but they do come out on top, and thank God for Legit, as that would have been another 1v3 situation that they almost lost.
Indeed, that was, well, he was a bullet away from losing the map. Anyway, Who are we falling off the break? Sadist?
Yeah, I think we stick with Sadist. We haven't seen much from him. He's 6 and 5, throwing a stun over just to make sure they are there. But he's not going to see any action. So let's jump to Legits, as it is an A push from Royal.
Sawyer J with the first blood over on middle on Abyss. Now we see that Royal have full way control. Number one, Legits decided to back out, and he's currently in that crane area trying to see if any Royal players push up. Meanwhile, the bomb is going down. Trigger has their flank. Sawyer has their middle. And the players from Royal are just pushing over on the bomb side because they know that they have their middle controlled.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stop you right there, and if I take it to the sky cam, look at how Capo or Royal is set up. They've got one guy in the likes of Fanboys just sitting in a close corner, and then at your right here, I'm just gonna swap back to Legit as I bring up the minimap. Look at player number 7 right at the back there, Slayer J I think it was. And he was just sitting comfortably at the back, just making sure no one comes with the, or not Slayer J, it was, play number 7 was Trigger. He was just sitting at the back there, and making sure no one comes with a flank, and that's a great setup from Royal, and they won that round, and they won the Search and Destroy, so they 2 up in map count.
Indeed, you want Capo to just work on their S&D threats again, because they keep doing the same things over and over again, it's not working. Also, as soon as I get first blood, they turtle down. They wait for that. It's like they're waiting for the other team to trade their first blood. You can't have that happen. If you have a man advantage, even if the first guy that got the first blood is weak, try and push up for map control or bomb control. Because what happens then is that you have another 2v1 gunfight, and you're probably going to win that.
Yeah, another horrendous display from Capo. You thought they would stand a chance maybe of taking the Search and Destroy, and I think it was Riffs that got that spot on. Well done to you, good sir, as you were spot on with the 6-2 scoreline, as we now go into a capture the flag on Arden's Forest. And if anything goes like the first 2 maps it go, we're going to see a runaway from Royal.
Indeed. That's probably what is going to happen, honestly, but we saw that Capo beat 5th Descent on this map in CTF. Let's see if they can do it again on a different team, but you want their ARs to be, their ARs need to be getting kills so that their sub players can push up. That needs to be happening for Capo to win this map.
Yeah, 100% so, and I'm seeing Mr. 420, Mr. Boy, I'm not going to say that whole word there, saying, wow, you guys are arguing on stream. I wonder what he's trying to say, arguing. I don't think we're arguing at all, or maybe Capo's arguing between each other, what the hell's going on. But that's an argument that needs to take place, as Royal is 1 map away from taking this series in a trio sweep. And if you want to find out if you've just joined us and you want to find out what was the scorelines in the previous maps, just use the exclamation mark MC and you'll see the map count with their scores. And with search and destroy, Edgar, if you die, you have a 7-second spawn delay, so every kill does count.
You definitely have that in CTF. Now we see that player number 6 has pushed up towards this back rock area, but we see the flag being pulled from Abyss. He cannot get it out, which means that it's now, well, currently just a 1v2 for base control, but we see all the gunfights going around in cabin. Which just gets 1, Sadist gets 1. Fanboys gets the important kill on the flag, but he will probably get stopped by Abyss, maybe not. Oh my god, that was just in the nick of time. Yeah. Map is reset, look at number 4 now. Sadist currently pushing up the map, trying to hold that cabin area.
Yeah, he just needs to wait for
help.
help.
What he does here.
He doesn't need to be over eager at the moment. He just needs help in case for a trade. So he just needs to chill. He's gonna get some help in the likes of Legits now. So maybe now they stand a good chance, maybe getting some players down. But it's the guys from Royal finding some kills now, and the captain leading by example yet again.
Indeed, they found kills. Sadist is still alive, which is going to stop their attack for just a moment. But now all attentions are focused on the offense here on the side of Royal. You see Trexie that's currently pushing up mid-map. Players from Capo will probably respawn. Yes, you see number 4 Sadist who just died, just respawned. And, well, at the moment, it's just going to be gunfights. Woo! Slayer J shooting his own teammate. Oh, well, okay. He also gets a good pick on Abyss. Another kill on Legit.
Slayer
And
J
Nichols
eating
is
up, but
flag
Mayhem sneaking up, but he gets the kill. He's only 1 kill away, Slayer J, now with the flag in hand, and probably going to get it with a flag capture, but keep an eye on player number 4. Sadist might sneak up, but it's the guys from Royal just anchoring things down and making sure the guys from Capo ain't gonna come in and stop that push. As Slayer J now finds his glide bomb and is going to work towards his artillery strike and his fighter pilot.
Can we just talk how important streaks are and how easy you can get them in CTF?
Oh,
Yes, he's 6-1 on a 4 streak, but he got 4 kills, a flag pull, and a cap, and another kill, 5 kills, and now he has full streaks. That's how easy it is to get streaks in this game. But we see number 2 Mayhem and Sadist being the last guys alive. Well, Mayhem just got taken down by Trexie. You're going to see now Royal going on the offense as they have a 1-0 lead over the. And we're going on the second half of the first half.
Now we can see now that yet again the players from Royal on their offensive position pushing up. Player number 6 is Fanboys. He will be falling. Slayer J falls as well. So a good defensive hold so far from the guys from Capo. Player number 8 Trexie still causing some havoc in their bunker area. He's just going to pick up Abyss as well. Finding one more. Sadist is the only one that is alive currently, as his teammates is busy respawning. But even Trexie now has streaks, and we did mention streaks on CTF, like Ardennes Forest, you're going to pin the opposing team so much back into their spawn that it's going to be a runaway with the flag once you use your score streaks.
I'm just going to call it. Royal get this one more flag in first half, and they just win this map. With the amount of streaks they have what? A fighter, 2 mortars, or a mortar and an artillery, and a glide and 2 glide bombs,
this
right?
Flag's gone.
And it's 2-0. It's 2-0.
Now flag is gone, and flag gets capped in. Score streaks for Trexie and Slayer J. They're the only 2 alive, so I don't think they've got too much to worry about, as they can always turn to their streaks, and they are very important. Trexie now comes down with his mortar strikes as he finds 1 and a kill with his weapon. Mike, that 3.
Nice team shot.
So yeah, defensive hold from Royal, and 40 seconds left in this first half, and it's one-sided already, Edgar.
And look at Trexie, he's on 1 more kill for another mortar strike. He's close to streaks again. 30 seconds over till this round is over, and Capo is still stuck in their spawn. Fanboys just got a gunfight on Mayhem over at fire, and they're using the streak to try and stop Abyss, I guess, and try to pull the flag one more time. You see number 6 now, he's going to pull the flag, bring it back towards the bunker side, and you have Trexie who's watching his base, and you have Slayer J who's watching the overextension.
Trexie with streaks yet
Very well
again.
played.
This game is basically over unless Capo for just some way can get an excellent CTF in second half. But this first half really not looking good, as they have a 3-0 lead Royal over the likes of Capo.
Yes, the problem now isn't just the streaks on the side of Royal. The problem is that Capo players are going to be running Mountain, which makes them slow and vulnerable to stun grenades. And that's just going to slow them down even more, so everything is against their favor. And they're on the bad side of the map now.
Right, let's see if they're actually running the mountain class. Legit,
nobody is.
Nothing. We don't have Mayhem with anything. Same with Shibura and Kushin, so they basically don't care that their score streaks. They're just gonna run riot and hopefully come away with something. But even the killing department, Legit's 5 and 12, Mayhem 5 and 12. We got Shibura and Kushin 7 and 10. Sadis is the only one close to a positive scoreline, but even he's negative. So it's not what you want if you in the position that Capo is at the moment.
And look at this again. 30 seconds have passed since the round started, and Capo was already stuck in their base. One thing that we have to point out is Trigger. Off the break on both halves, he's went to the side, either side bunker or back cabin area with a sniper rifle, and he managed to find 1 or 2 kills on each half. That's a good strategy, but most teams, what they do now is they run smokes over when they spawn on that bunker site, so that they can push through the cabin side of the map without getting caught from a cabin wall. And that's something that you wanted to see Capo do. They didn't. Now they got a few kills and they're pushing up from map control and to try and pull their first flag. Will number 3 Abyss do it? No, he cannot.
Yeah, a firmly no there, as you were stopped there by Slayer J. And the defensive holds from Royal has really been their strong point, as Capo really couldn't get anywhere close to their flag. And if they do maybe get a pull, it's stopped immediately. So Royal definitely have their setup sorted, as Slayer J is now the only one left alive. He still has an artillery strike and a fighter pilot to work with. So this game for me is basically over. Yes, there's 3 minutes left, but I don't see a collapse from Royal to see Capo taking this.
Well, they have a streak for each minute, basically. Royal has a streak for each minute. And for the most part of this half, it's just been Capo have been unable to push past the mid-map area. The one time they pushed towards the bunker side, Abyss was the 1v1 that was necessary to pull the flag. And now it's just, look at all Royal players, it's just pushing through the map, getting more map control, pinning Capo further back into their base. Number 7 versus number 3 is actually a pretty big gunfight over here. Who wins, Trigger wins that, so that basically just solidifies the map. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
Streaks are raining in down. This is going to be another pull from the side of Royal. If Soya can win this gunfight, he cannot. Well, good place from IM.
I am starting to turn up. I think it's a bit late. He's 9 and 18. Double negative, not what you like to see, but there's 2 minutes left. Maybe they come up with something. But the score streaks is just going to be that nail in the coffin. Even if they do try something, they're going to have to run mountain to get a pull.
Indeed, and it's 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining, and, well, again, they're still pinned in their base.
Yeah, for me it is now with Capo the possibility of them going back to, or not, back to first division. They're gonna need to sharpen things up. A team change, I don't know if that's on their cards, but definitely role changes, or just getting your setups more solidified in their HPs, their search and destroys, and even their CTFs, as they don't look good at the moment. And first division is probably where they should or can excel in getting their setups proper, but in this Prem division, I think it's way too stacked with the quality that Capo's just gonna get 3-0'd by Royal.
Indeed, the problem isn't their gun skill. The problem is that they don't play as a team. Capo doesn't play as a team, and what happens there is just kills are left untraded. There's another flag pull coming in from the boys of Royal, and probably going to be another cap. But either way, you look at this, like, the map control isn't there for Capo. They're not getting the kills necessary. You have some players pushing out places that should be supported by ARs but aren't, and, well, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there is nothing you can do, as the flag is yet again pulled by Trigger. They had an overlay a relay running, pardon me, as they get the 4th flag in there just to put the cherry on the cake, and they're gonna take this 4-2-0, a 3-0 sweep for the guys from Royal. They came out firing. Capo was nowhere to be seen, with them basically getting blown out in every single game mode, Edgar.
Yes, they were. There was a 250 to 107 hardpoint on Gibraltar, a 60 West Indian one in Docks, and 4-0 CTF on Ardennes Forest. All those for the side of Royal. They just outplayed them. They just outplayed Capo right there.
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize what you just said. It isn't the slaying power from Capo. They can bring it. They're just not set up. They're not playing as a team. They're not getting the trades, and I just think their communication is low. Obviously, we're not in the chat and we don't know, but something is definitely not wrong in the Capo side, Edgar.
Yeah, something's definitely not right, and well, they need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe just watch some VODs of the teams over at CWR Anaheim, the teams that play there, and just figure out what they do and try to imitate it. Because we're around 6 or 7 months into the game, I think,
Yeah.
and they still don't know how to play the game. I hate to say this way because it sounds like I'm egoing them, but I'm not. They simply do not know how to play the game, and it shows in their premium
Yeah.
division matches.
It definitely does show, but a huge congratulations to Royal for taking that 3-0 sweep. GG's to them. They move up in the leaderboard, and I think that should cure them not to go out of Premier Division. Capo will join, most likely will join 50 Cent going down to First Division. So unfortunate to them, back to the drawing board. Hopefully they can sort things out in that First Division and get into the Prem Division just before that fifth leg. There's only 4 legs, there's one more leg to go, and it's your only chance to get back into this Premier Division to take part in DGC, or the VS Gaming Championships, taking place in Johannesburg. So we'll see what goes down. But guys, yet again, thanks for joining me for this epic game. It was a 3-0 sweep. We see a lot of them quite often now, and I don't like to see that. But thanks again for everyone for joining in, Edgar, and thanks to you.
Thanks for letting me be here. It was certainly fun.
Yeah, guys, I'll check you
When's
next
the
time.
next match? It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, let's just start with that. Tomorrow, I think it is at 7 o'clock. I think I said it will be White Rabbit versus Ventus Gaming, and that's gonna be one heck of a game. White Rabbit still has not suffered a loss. Ventus looking quite strong, but that's gonna be one heck of a game. I don't see a 3-0 there unless White Rabbit comes out guns blazing. But that one will take place tomorrow. If you want the details on that, please do follow me on Twitter. It is VNCO_Dallas. If you want to see my Twitter, just use !Twitter and it will be right there for you. But just before you guys go, we're going to be raiding King Deus, and he is a ex... I can't believe I'm using this word, but he's an ex-competitive Call of Duty player in South Africa. Yes, he's only 12, but he's an ex. So actually go show him some love. We're gonna raid him right now, so don't go anywhere. Just join his stream with me as we raid King Deus.